So I just saw the Emoji Movie, and I want to die. I want to die. It was so bad. Uh, it, like, it's not even worth ironically watching. You've got films like The Room, which are brilliant masterpieces of cinematography in how bad they are, and you should watch. You should definitely watch The Room. But the Emoji Movie, not the Emoji Movie. Don't even give it the time of day. Do not pay for the Emoji Movie. I, being a responsible person, legally watched the Emoji Movie on a legal website, and I feel like that was the best option. You should definitely legally watch the Emoji Movie. You should not... How do I want to phrase this? You should definitely pay for the Emoji Movie. Because it's not worth giving them your money. If you give them your money, they're going to win. If you give them your money, they're just going to make a sequel and make even more money off it. Do not give Sony your money by seeing this film. If it's just... No, do not do it. There's no artistic integrity at all. It's just the end of cinema, basically. Cinema is dead, and capitalism killed it. I'm not going to make this political, but, you know. Let me break down the plot for you. You've got Gene, who's a meh emoji. But he can't make the right face. So he goes and finds a hacker to make him a meh emoji. And it's wonderful. It's not. So, you got Gene, the main character. He's a meh emoji. He's voiced by some guy in Deadpool, who's also a comedian. I don't really know. And then you've got High Five, who's voiced by James Corden. And, that's all I have to say. He's voiced by James Corden. It's terrible. And then you've got Jailbreak. I don't know. Jailbreak is definitely a character. She is a strong, independent woman who don't need no man. I stole that off of I Hate Everything. I'm a meat thief. It's terrible. It's so bad. You've got Smiler, the villain. She's barely in it. You've got the Gene's parents. You've got Sir Patrick Stewart as the poop emoji. And that itself is a joke. They cast him as a joke. And I think that's completely awful. I have no idea why he did it. I think, other than money, he shouldn't... It was definitely just money that he did it. I don't know. Oh, well, he makes enough money for the X-Men films. I don't know why he's doing this. I mean, he was Captain Picard. One of the most popular, if not the most popular, Star Trek captains. Like, people like Kirk, but most people will admit that Picard is a lot better than Kirk. It was just boring. It was just boring. I didn't laugh. I didn't smile. It didn't offend me particularly. It was just boring, you know? And that's the worst. When a film is just boring, then there's no point to it. Why make a boring film when you can go over the top and make an exceptionally bad film? Boring films are just the worst. The only good thing about the film was the animation. The animation is very nice. It's very well done, but other than that, there's no point in seeing the Emoji Movie, as it's a complete and utter waste of time. The Emoji Movie is a special film. It's once in a blue moon, although I'm sure if it does well, and I think it has actually done quite well. I think it's a loss, but it's made almost all of its money back, so it's a failure, but it's not a complete failure, which is worrying. I am glad about the ratings the Emoji Movie has gotten. The Emoji Movie has rightfully been slammed and slandered and destroyed. No one enjoyed this film other than complete idiots. And I've got to say, there are quite a few idiots in the world. The Emoji Movie is currently the lowest rated film on Rotten Tomatoes. I think it's the lowest rated animated film on IMDb. No, I think it's like 6th on IMDb, lowest rated. It's the lowest rated animated film on Metacritic, beating the Yu-Gi-Oh movie. And it's god-awful. And I'm happy that people slammed it this much. It's just a way to show Hollywood and the big producers that we don't want this. We want art instead of an hour and a half of ads. It was just advertising. It was just advertising for an hour and a half. Oh, I hate it. I hated everything about it. There was no redeeming qualities other than the animation. The lead, the guy who voices Gene, went on a Twitter rant and he threatened he was going to kill himself. And then he said he was doxing the haters or something like that. But you have to realize that you're in the Emoji Movie. People have a right to tell you that's bad. He's a comedian. You have to be self-aware as a comedian. You have to be able to make fun of yourself and the world around you. And of course most comedians are depressed, because comedy and tragedy are flip side of the same coin, so the best comedians are of course very depressed. But you have to be able to make fun of yourself. And if you can't point out that you were wrong for being in the Emoji Movie, then you're not a very good comedian. I don't really know what to say about anything. It was terrible. I hated it. You shouldn't see it, even ironically. Don't give them any of your money. Don't buy merchandise for the Emoji Movie. Don't buy the DVD when that eventually comes out. Don't go to see it in the cinema. Just don't. It is a horrendous tragedy that this has been made. That cinema has just given up. Cinema is in a very dark place right now. There are good films, and there are bad films. And there are mainly bad films that are cash-ins, sequels, remakes, terrible advertisements for I think it was like an hour and a half, it's about 90 minutes, right? That's my battery dying there. So, final verdict. Do not see the Emoji Movie. It is terrible in every way other than animation, so it is very much a trash film. It's complete trash. Do not see it. 1. It's getting a 1. It would get a 0, but the animation saves it, and yeah, the animation saves it, so it's getting a 1. A 1 out of 10, and it's very trash on the scale of trash, or cash, as this series is named, of course. I haven't been seeing that many films recently, so yeah, I did see Dunkirk recently. I might do a video on that, but probably not. So, that's my thoughts on the Emoji Movie. See ya.